last sunset paddle in St Helena, and then we left St Helena on 28th of March to arrive in Recife, Brazil on the 11th of April 2022. Leaving the mooring in St Helena for Brazil. Just got to make a little stop at Finisterre over there. He's got some goods he doesn't want, which he wants to offload on us, so we'll go see. And then we're off. Hamish, Stuart, and we're off it up next to Finisterre. Oh, I think we'll just stay here. And there we go, Brazil. Here we come. We're coming for you. Cheers, St Helena. You've been good. And first sunrise of the trip, Tuesday 29th of March. And lines are in. We need breakfast. The fish whisperer. He's been sitting there for about 20 minutes now, and then he feels the line, and then he looks down to see where the line goes in. Well, there we go. It's just feeling the line. The fish whisperer. Waiting for dinner. This is our daily struggle with the automaker. Now it's got serious. Got the whole thing out. Pretty much almost reconditioned the pump and the motor, which wasn't done properly in Cape Town. Thank you, the guy in Cape Town. And now hopefully it's going to work. It just needs to give us water for a while more, then we'll have to do it properly. But that's it's taken pretty much the whole day. Here we are, the next few clips. The daily spinnaker wrestle and fight. But it's such a great sail, gives us great speed, so we put up with it. Yeah, a bit more. Okay, go. Can go. Just set the course. Okay, that's it. There's the first sign of life we've seen in 4 days. Nice to know there's someone else out there. Day 5, late afternoon activity on the boat. Paolo's repairing his shorts with the handy stitcher. Irish is cooking up a storm. Look at that. That's the poiki. And there's enough there for 10 of us. So we have to do gym. And the spinnaker is blocking our sunset, but it does look spectacular. Night watch, 5 in the morning, and a squall came through, caught us with our pants down a bit. Self and Paolo, and this is what came flying past us. You look. Those two, that's us in the middle, those two squalls on the radar, they came flying through us. A quick little burst of 25 knots of wind, and we scrambled to get another 2 reefs in the sail.
bit of action at 5 in the morning. Our dishwasher to save fresh water using salt water. And here we have a proper scrubber scrubbing the decks.
I like it. Thanks God.
So it's time to set the clocks back another hour. So we've gone GMT -1. And there is 3 hours behind South Africa now. And the biggest crisis about that is lunch is now moved another hour away. So that's an extra hour to wait for lunch. And that's the crisis of the day.
So it's about 4 in the morning. I'm definitely not bored on my night watch. Watching the radar. You can see just in front of us here, the big yellow spot. That's it's a storm, it's a squall. Lots of rain in the air just ahead of us, but it's gone past us now, so it's not a threat anymore. It's in front of us, moving away. And also just passing the time, doing some editing of videos on the iPad. Nice time to get the video editing done, ready for the YouTube upload.
Okay, so we got problems with the jib here. The seam is coming off from the trimming of the sail. So we don't want it to get any worse, so we're stitching it on the go, on the move. Wind is taking and pulling. We're using the handy stitcher. And yeah, get it sewn up, on the go, on the move. And not easy, rocking and rolling. But that's it.
Right, the teacher's now got his shirt on.
Por favor, você fala inglês?
Do you speak English?
Em português.
Por favor, usar inglês.
Você fala inglês?
Você fala inglês.
Por favor, você fala inglês? Por favor.
Por favor.
Você fala.
Our portable washing machine. Turn it once every second for 60 seconds. 5, 6, 7, 8. Going along nicely today, day 8 I think it is. The motion of the ocean is getting to my crew. And the water temperature has gone up to 29.8 degrees Celsius. It's almost 30 degrees. Beautiful.
Okay, so it's getting pretty interesting. Looks like he's going to pass ahead of us. If I measure, I can see that he is call it 2.6 nautical miles away from us. He's going to go ahead of us. I'll try to radio him, let him know that we're close by, but he didn't even have the decency to reply. So we'll let him by. He's 200 meters long, we're 12 meters long. It's not a contest. I'm not going to play chicken with him. We'll let him go on his way. So just to show you how the AIS works, if I click on that ship, I can click on him. I can see it's the Ionic Unicorn, and the information I'm looking for is over there. His closest point CPA, closest point of approach, is 1.1 nautical miles. That's the closest we'll get, and the time to that closest point is 28 minutes. So in 28 minutes time we'll be 1.1 nautical miles apart if we carry on the same courses. Let's see what happens. It's for King Neptune, some triple sec. Hope he appreciates, and that'll be for the halfway mark, which we are rapidly coming up to now. 892 nautical miles, halfway between St Helena and Recife in Brazil. All on my own, everyone else is asleep, but to King Neptune, thank you for use of your wonderful ocean. And if one giveth, one mistaketh. Oops. It's actually quite nice. Orange triple sec. And so we were given a barracuda, which wasn't that great, too bony. So we kept trying and kept the lines in the water. Just a few more clips of sunsets. They are spectacular out here, so we'll enjoy them every day. My turn for dinner. It'll be 2-minute noodles, mixed veg, and the chicken is going in the oven. And the sun is gradually setting. Nice setting to cook to. Favorite time of the day, sitting on the foredeck, shade of the spinnaker. End of the day, sun is setting in the west. We're heading west all the time, and yeah, it's just sitting here thinking life on a boat. It's quite unique. All we have to worry about is a few square meters of boat and a few meters of sail above us, and that's our life for 2 weeks out here. It really, and just lots of water, nothing else to see. Probably see 1 or 2 birds a day, maybe a ship at night. That's about it. Other than that, it's almost like living 30 years ago, where you didn't have cell phones, you didn't have internet connectivity, you had to wait for the newspaper to get the news. You know, we don't get any news really out here at all. I speak to family or Gail, and she just gives me the local stuff, no big news. But we don't worry about it out here. We don't worry about the world news, don't worry about Ukraine, don't worry about politics in South Africa, don't worry about sport. It's just us and this big wide ocean on this little boat on it, and it feels quite at home. We don't feel threatened. We're heading into a marina in a big city in 5 days time, and then it's look over your shoulder time and be aware of everything and get the news and worry about things and go. But it's quite nice for 2 weeks to be forced to slow down out here. So yeah, love it. And that's the thinking from the foredeck out here, the spinnaker waving around in front of me. So there's my view. And spinnaker is a great umbrella. So I was feeling really bored and put the GoPro on the end of a long stick just to get some views of the boat from outside the boat. The next few clips. So here's our sort of daily gym routine. A lot of the homeschool gymmers will recognize these exercises. And excuse Paolo's salty crack. It's not censored. Morning. Last sunrise on our Atlantic crossing before we arrive at Recife, Brazil. We have done 29 days of sailing since Cape Town, and this is our last day, so we're pretty excited. It's a big thing to cross an Atlantic Ocean. So here we are, and this is the scene we're looking at the moment. It's really spectacular. That's dawn from the boat. We've been sailing the Spinnaker through the night, and this is what we've been watching all night long. Paolo has just finished his night watch. It's relieving him of his night watch, doing his morning coffee, and yeah, we'll chat later from Recife, Brazil. It's our beer bread. That's the beer. Well, that's the dough to go in the oven soon. Arrival day beer bread. We're wasting our beer. And we think it's Land Ho, just behind this car carrier in front of us. It's a Roro, which means roll on, roll off car carrier. But right on the horizon is a tiny little square thing, and we think that is one of the buildings of Recife. Land Ho. Ocean crossed. Almost. Closing in. City skyline coming into view. And closer still. So that's you can see it, Recife in the distance, Brazil. There it is down there. And yeah, just sitting on the foredeck. Thoughts from the foredeck. We have travelled 1,820 nautical miles since St Helena. It's been 2 weeks to the day, and we're finally making landfall. We've travelled 4,070 nautical miles from Cape Town, and we've crossed the Atlantic, so it's quite an emotional moment. It's bucket list stuff. First ocean crossing. All going well, maybe 2 or 3 more ocean crossings. Don't know where the boat will take me. So yeah, it's a special moment, and we will enjoy it when we make landfall and step off the boat in Recife. So update later. I was in Recife. We anchored in the channel leading to the marina. We arrived last night, and this is our first sort of view of Recife. That's the channel. That's sort of the city over there. So this is our overnight anchorage before we head into the marina this morning. We came down that canal there into Recife, and then this is where we anchored, and the yacht club we're going to a bit later this morning once they're open is right down there. So that's where we headed a bit later this morning. But in the meantime, up goes the Q flag. We're back in quarantine. Alright, so up goes the dreaded Q flag again. Again, we hope it doesn't stay up too long. We have to have rapid antigen tests, so may the Q flag be short-lived. Thank you guys.
que eu tenho. Eu sou motorista e sou pescador.
Duas profissões maravilhosas, eu gosto de tudo. Eu amarro sair por aí dirigindo.
And here we go, coming into Kabanga Yacht Club. There we have it, the ocean crossing done, celebrations. We felt it was quite an achievement, and passage beers, the end.